Alright, guys. Now, we've already determined from past videos that we got two suicides on our hands right now. Alright? One hung himself with a rope, one hung himself on a cross. By old teachings and modern day teachings, that is what you're saying. Now, was Jesus murdered or was it a suicide? Was Judas murdered or was it a suicide? Did Abraham, try to sacrifice his child? Or was there a bigger picture? Somewhere back in one of them past videos, I called him a coward. Enlighten me. Make me understand why I should apologize for that. And I will, given proof that there was something more going on. That burning bush, threatened the rest of Abraham's people, possibly. And, and the child was an offering, one for many, one sacrifice to save many. Make me understand, because that's what you're saying with Jesus on that cross. But last time I checked, suicide was a sin, you know what I mean? Or that's the way it's taught anyways. So there's a lot of aspects in this book that we must look at. You ever watch First 48 or any of them crime detective shows and stuff, murderers gonna manipulate, they gonna twist the truth to their likings to get away with murder. And if this is the case, this is one of the biggest murders in history that has went, without justice. Many of them. And again, we can ask the question, well, you know what I'm saying? If Israel murdered Jesus, or was it a suicide or a cover-up? If they really murdered Jesus, then why would God bless and protect such a nation that murdered God's only son? You get what I'm saying? These are the questions you have to ask yourself. There's got to be more to the story. There's got to be more understanding in order to come to a conclusion in this case. Because right as of now, this case is far from solved. So y'all that think y'all know, you better get to reading that thing again and do it with a little more understanding. As a judge and jury, we're on a murder case, possible suicide case. And until we understand these things, we can never understand the depth of what we're trying to read.